Welcome back there, Coastal Bend. Meteorologist Diamond Dixon here with a live look outside our USS the Lexington Skycam. Well, beautiful day we've had so far. A little bit sunny, a little windy as well, but conditions are pretty nice for the most part. But what we're looking at eventually in the forecast is more rain, but it's happening in the later portion of our weekend. But temperature and feel like wise upper 80s along the coast, low 90s for Corpus Christi and Kingsville, as well as San Diego. Warmest on the map, we're looking between Mathis, George West, Freer, and Cotulla, which is expected because they're further inland and they heat up and cool off a lot faster. So with our current winds, east-southeast wind between 10 and 15 miles right along the coast between Corpus Christi, the Naval Air Station, Ingleside, Rockport, and Port Aransas. And the more increase when we see going a little bit more west would be Alice and Orange Grove, as well as Falfurrias down south. And those are going to be our more increased winds of the afternoon. They start to come down after that as we head towards our sunset. We've already went through the warmest part of our day, which usually hits into our 4 o'clock hour. Headed into 6, we'll still feel like the 90s, but coming out of it into 8 o'clock. And back tomorrow, 10 a.m. is where we'll feel once again back into the 90s, even expecting to potentially feel like triple digits in our 2 o'clock hour tomorrow, because once again our showers and all that activity is going to increase into our Sunday. So Saturday we could still see some scattered showers from the sea breeze, but the main bulk happens on Sunday. We're looking at upper 80s by 6 o'clock, low 80s by 9, and then just on the cusp there of 80 by midnight, and then mid 70s closer to our 3 a.m. hour to 5 a.m. with calmer winds. And with those forecast high temperatures, the average for this week's around that 90-degree mark, but we're going to be a little bit above that through this week. Monday, we hit fall season, so you can see our temperatures are going to be a little bit above normal before they get back to near normal. That's going to be into our following weekend and even slightly below normal as we get into Monday. So forecast-wise into heat risk, well, today wasn't as bad, right? But tomorrow we could see a little bit of relief in some portions, right? So we're going to still see a little bit of moderate right along the coast, as well as right there near Freer and Cotulla, west of Beeville. And as we get then into September 21st, we could even see major heat risk coming into our heat risk forecast there between Freer, and that's going to be around Choke Canyon as well. But it also extends a little bit further inland from our coastal neighborhoods, and that's going to include Rockport and Senton, as well as here in Corpus Christi. So as far as that temperature outlook, we're still looking at an overall warmer than normal pattern for the next 6 to 10 days out for South Texas. And with those rain chances, once again, they look better headed into Sunday and Monday, but especially for our Tuesday, Wednesday, those chances are expected to go up for us. That will be more so isolated and even then widely scattered. So we will be likely wetter than normal in the next 6 to 10 days for us in South Texas. And as far as those rain chances tomorrow, I mentioned they'll be promoted by the sea breeze. That could be between 11 and then 5 p.m. But don't worry, we're so close to the fall season. It's only 3 days away, Monday at 1:19 p.m. So we are very close to getting some cooler temperatures in the forecast for us here in the Coastal Bend. Hope you enjoy the rest of your afternoon.